That took long enough. Hey, everybody. Sorry
Huh?
about that. It took every last second of that 2 minutes to initialize today. All right, we're live here. Welcome to Disney Parks Talk, the show in which we talk about what's going on in the world of Disney parks. My name is Doobie Mosley, co-founder here at Laughing Place. Over to my left, we have Rebecca Mosley, my wife and other co-founder. How you doing, Rebecca?
I'm doing well. I'm looking forward to talking some Disney stuff.
And down below me, we have the vice president in charge of pastels, Jeremiah Good. How you doing today, Jeremy?
I'm doing excellent.
Jeez.
Yeah, thanks, Roosevelt's, for putting Jeremiah in a excellent shirt. Ay, ay, ay.
That is a day late, Jeremiah.
Anyway. Like I said, it's so nice I've worn it twice.
You know, it's one of those things where I feel like that's the April Fool's joke. Like, he shouldn't have been wearing Roosevelt's, and that would have been the April Fool's joke that Jeremiah wasn't wearing a Roosevelt shirt.
But the problem is he would then be here topless, because it's literally...
Oh, man.
There's the April Fool's joke on everybody. Me topless.
Nobody wants to do that. All right, so we're live here on Laughing Place. If you have any comments, any questions, any suggestions, any rudeness to throw our way, that's fine. Use the chat for that. However you're watching us, before we begin, I'd like to remind you that our sponsor here on Disney Parks Talk, as well as the rest of Laughing Place, is Mouse Fan Travel, our favorite Disney travel agent. We always recommend you use a Disney travel agent for booking any Disney trips, whether it be Disneyland, Disney World, Disney Cruise, Adventures by Disney, like our boss Benji's on right now in New Zealand. Use a Disney travel agent. They take a lot of the legwork out of it, give you a lot of expertise, and we recommend our favorite, Mouse Fan Travel. Tell them Laughing Place sent you. I don't think you will regret it. So let's go ahead and get started here. Gio, how you doing? Donna says, excellent shirt. Wow. Encouraging you. Donna's going to Disney World soon, and she used Mouse Fan Travel. Way to go, Donna. Thank you very much. Also, I should tell you, if you're doing a cruise of any sort, especially Royal Caribbean, they are one of Royal Caribbean's top travel agents. So, they'll take great care of you if you want to go on the new Icon of the Seas or book for the upcoming Utopia of the Seas. They'll take care of you for that. Let's get started. Jeremiah, you said you're wearing this shirt for the second day in a row. Why did you wear it the first time?
Because it's pretty. No, because yesterday was Easter. Yay, Easter Sunday. I ventured out into the Magic Kingdom for...
It's coming. Go ahead.
For the annual Easter pre-parade. This is a parade that's been going on for years. As you saw that photo that advertises today's show, and Doobie had up at the beginning, that was probably from the early 80s. At one point, they had a massive Easter parade that was like the entire parade route. Now it is just about a 4.5 minute parade. Very cute. Has Mr. and Mrs. Bunny, the White Rabbit, the Chicks. I know that's not what they're called, but that's a fun name. And Clara Cluck appearing. And it's just a fun, cute parade. It's over on our YouTube channel. Go check it out. Or it's also on our Instagram as a reel from yesterday. You can watch the entire thing vertical or horizontal, however you like.
Whatever you like to. Oh, Kyle. So the parade gets resurrected each year. Very good, Kyle. And so I noticed also, Jeremiah, in the background of that parade. First of all, have you ever seen one of these Easter parades, Rebecca?
Yes, but the edition that is no longer done at Walt Disney World.
What was the highlight of the parades back in the day?
It was those Southern style ladies with the really large hoop skirts and the parasols and all that kind of stuff. But that's a bygone era, and now we focus on the bunny rabbits and the chicks and the eggs.
Well, hopefully they'll come back. They've been part of it. I think it was right up until about the pandemic time they were around. But at least we have some of the dancers now. So that's always nice.
Okay, so in the background there, I saw this was recorded over by Tiana's Bayou Adventure construction. What's the latest on that, Jeremiah?
It is under construction.
Okay, thank you very much.
They are testing the ride vehicles. I'm sure you're bringing up that photo of the sign. So they put up a little sign to let people know that they are just testing. Come back this summer for it to be opening. I still have not seen any of the logs actually move. When I went there yesterday, of course, it was Sunday, so there probably wasn't a lot. There we go. We were ready. We were ride testing only, which I've never seen them actually just put up a sign that says ride testing.
Yeah, it's very helpful because it's such a visual, easy ride to see, and people are like, "I'm so excited! It's running! It's running!" So this is a helpful piece of signage there.
I was gonna say, especially since they're not. It's not just you're seeing empty vehicles or you're seeing vehicles with like water loaded, dummies or anything like that. I mean, it's actual humans in the
That's
in,
no
in
way
the
to
ride
talk about
vehicles.
Imagineering, Rebecca.
So it's like, well, no, but I could see where somebody be like, oh, maybe later on today, So they're like, don't. We know that you're aware that sometimes soft openings happen, but it ain't happening today. Move on.
I will tell you from standing in almost that exact same spot for about 3 minutes, the amount of people walking by that, one, had no clue that that attraction was there previously, two, had no clue what it was currently, or three, was like, there's a water ride here.
Nice.
Just the statements were amazing to hear people. I was like, this isn't a new attraction. This has been around for a while.
I love that. That is so fun.
And we got a picture. Go ahead.
This is the walkway that heads back towards the restrooms underneath the train station. It is looking beautiful. I cannot wait to go on it. I was going to try to go up onto the train and get some pictures down into that area, but it was kind of busy yesterday. This is the former Briar Patch, which has been under construction, but they've now not only blocked out all the windows, the other door they've actually blocked off completely, so you can't even get close to it. So looks like there is something coming to this former area.
Yeah, I think so. And we got via merchandise, we got to look at a little more detail coming to the area too, didn't we, this week? Maybe this is a Rebecca area since she's the merchandise lady.
Yeah, a collection of critters that are going to be featured in the attraction are actually also going to be arriving as plush, and they shared with us bios for these little characters from the Bayou. So yeah, we've got a possum named Bo, a raccoon named Apollo, and Rufus. I'm going to call a tortoise. I can't remember if they called him a turtle or a tortoise, but I'm going to call him a tortoise as I look at him now.
I believe they call him Rufus the turtle.
So
it is
confused.
a turtle. Okay, thank you.
Rufus is a snoring bear, and he runs the lights at Country Bear Jamboree.
Is this an homage or an overlook?
Overlook.
Wow. No faith, Jeremiah.
No, that was because in where they went through the information about how they selected those, they went through and selected the most popular names of the South over the past. I don't remember what they say in the video, but I was like,
okay, you live in the South now. Do you know any Rufuses?
Just a bear that runs the lights. He used to snore at Disneyland.
All right. So let's move on to what's been an appropriate story for today, the way it ended up coming out on our Twitter.
Oh yeah, that's
interpreted
funny.
by some, but
yeah.
Nope, this is a real one. Jeremiah, I will leave this one to you.
The buses?
The buses. Your Disney World.
Some new buses have joined the fleet.
Well, they've had it's 150 buses, I believe, is the new number they're bringing on, and they've had 50 of them running. Like that was one of the things. They've moved 50 in, and they're just continuing to cycle out the old buses. So I think it's just more of a, hey, here's something to talk about.
And it is something to talk about. 90 new buses is something to talk about. Yes, some of them have been, as you mentioned, been out already, but this is kind of their first time presenting it to the public from Disney. And a lot of new wraps, but the most exciting part is what's on the inside.
The party?
The Wi-Fi, the party bus, yes. The Wi-Fi, the charging ports, the smoother boarding for mobility.
I'm interested to try it. I'm interested to because at times I'm using a mobility scooter on trips to Walt Disney World, depending on the length of our day, and I am intrigued to see if if it improves the process, because that was a laborious process and it was awkward as well. I mean, to deal with. So I'm interested to see if this is a improved scenario for both consumer and operationally as well. So
This must be the Liberty Square themed bus, right, Jeremiah?
I've been on those type of buses before, Doobie. That's not a funny joke.
I'd enjoyed the fact that someone went and found an old tweet. I'm guessing it's something you tweeted, Jeremiah, from a destination D. I want to say what few years ago, right? Not the recent one.
No, I think that was 14, maybe 15.
Yeah,
because it was one of the first ones. It was the first one that I covered for Laughing Place, and it was a bus that they said, hey, this is something that could happen, a la Beyond Big Thunder Mountain, all that kind of stuff. But it was really just a party bus. It was the funniest thing. And then, somebody pulled it out of the archives and like, look, here's what's coming. Not so much.
The way I saw it, the context I saw was, hey, wait, didn't they promise us party buses back in 2016? How come these are coming out? We haven't ever heard anything more about the party bus. And so, but then other people picked it up and ran with it like, wait, I don't want this on the bus. Oh no, these new buses are terrible. And other people would have to come in and be like, no, that tweet's from 2016. So it was we had a lot of fun kind of watching that happen in the timeline out there.
I'm asking Kyle to give me that picture because I don't even remember the party bus, and I want to learn something myself on this week's edition of the show. But while we wait for that, I will move on to okay, Jeremiah, you're a pin guy, so why did they open up a new pin location in Disney Springs?
I have no clue. This is one of those things. A week ago, so this used to be the pet supply area in the co-op. And then a week ago, we went in there and it was all Crocs. Like they had set it up so there were just Crocs everywhere. And then I believe it was Friday or Saturday, I saw that this had changed over into another pin location. And by calling it a pin location, as you can see, there is merch that is not pin related at all. There are random ears. They had munchlings. They had everything. I don't understand it for the life of me, other than they're just trying to fill this space. Next to that is still the D-Tech On Demand, or whatever it's being called this week, where you can create your own phone cases and such. The vault shop that was set up for the 50th anniversary now actually has Crocs and more of the basic t-shirts. There's still the home goods store. In the back is right now the Disney Eats section with the line that came out recently of all the merch. And then what was at one point the Wonderground Gallery, and then it became the dress shop, and then it became the Nat Geo store, and now it's the Wonderground Gallery. It really is. The co-op at one point had some like rhyme and reason to it. Now I just feel like this is the filler space for everything. And having more pins in there, that one I did not understand at all. And the fact that they made not one but two of those nice little signs that say authentic pin location or pin trading, that just blew me away.
Yeah, it's intriguing because like if you go to the app, right, you have your pin trading and you scroll and it's the upcoming release, it's something from 2023.
Oh yeah,
Lunar New Year 2023. So it's at first I thought, oh well, this is like the beginning of I know that the in-person trading is kind of coming back on a wider scale at Walt Disney World and that kind of thing. So I thought, oh well, this is like a rebirth. But now I'm not. Now I'm not so sure. So I'm interested to see if it is a sign of kind of increased pintastic fun or not.
I just want to make sure the big pin shop is still there, right?
Oh yeah, fully. Well, I shouldn't say fully because some of that is turned into Funkos and other things.
So I have an idea. Take the pins from the co-op, move them there, take the Funkos, and make a little Funko shop at the co-op.
Well, do people really want just a one-item location anymore? I mean,
There
I
are
don't.
2 Star Wars locations.
but even there, it's like it's a theme. It's Star Wars, but I'm buying hats, I'm buying cups, I'm buying. I don't know. Do people, it's like I don't know that the kind of that one item thing is, as necessary.
The
So
Penn Central
sprinkle it
still
around.
makes sense in that little area, but
Yeah,
they
it
also
does.
seem to be moving around some stuff. I was in the Magic Kingdom, and the Emporium that formerly had pins in one of the areas on the wall no longer has pins, and that's moved on to ears or something. So it seems to be they're just shaking up the merchandise displays.
I'm excited about these new lightweight spirit jerseys. You'll have to let me know when you spot one, Jeremiah, in person and how they feel. Because one of I like kind of the look of the spirit jersey. I'm not a big fan of the material, so if they've gone with a lighter weight, I'm keen to give it a try. So you'll have to let me know when you stumble on that.
All right, thanks to Kyle, we now can share with you, in case you did not see it, 8 years ago, the cash cab bus.
There's been an awakening. Avengers, ascending.
Finishing your day at the park and pulling yourself and your family all the way down to the bus stop, waiting for 3 buses to come, and getting on, barely awake at 12:30 a.m., and then having this to brighten up your evening before you go to sleep. Wouldn't this be awesome?
Yes, and they have to remind everybody the best bus drivers that I ever experienced at Walt Disney World are the ones at 1 o'clock in the morning when you pull into your resort. They go, "Warning, I'm turning on the lights," and then you'd all be like this. Okay, we're safe.
That is a good thing for them to do.
And for those of you just joining us, that was a concept that was pitched
Yes.
a long time ago at Destination D as this could be coming to a bus near you. And we still haven't seen it come to any buses near us. And it sounds like most people are not disappointed by that.
Based on the comments to that tweet 8 years ago, I'm guessing that's why Disney made the decision to not actually make it happen. Hey, Bloom. Thanks for joining us today. All right. It is Earth Month because we don't just do days anymore in America. It is Earth Month, all of April. You know what that means? Disney Eats is in business with another foodie guide.
Yeah.
Lots
and if you
of
go to the
food.
Patisserie in Disney Springs, I want to say it's Amaretta's.
Amarettes.
Amarettes. Okay, thank you. You have a plantain shoe with Wally and Eve. Isn't that pretty? That's so pretty. So yeah.
Yeah, and there's this isn't the biggest foodie guide they've done, but there's some items. Animal Kingdom obviously is the centerpiece.
There's one that sounds horrific and it sounds so bad. I really, really, really am disappointed I can't be there to try it.
Which one is it?
It's the Carpaccio.
That
one
right
on
there?
that one with the olives and stuff. Do you have it the list in front of you? I meant to have it up so I could read it because I was like,
it's the zucchini carpaccio, the land zucchini, marinated tomatoes, candied pistachios, Castelvetrano olives, golden raisins, plant-based feta, pomegranate molasses, and crispy sweet potato. It's all plant-based, and it's all right there for you. And wash it down with the pachyderm and the pollinator, Cruxland gin, bitters, and soda water with the lemon wheel and honey simple syrup.
Okay, well, the mixture of sweet and tangy that I get from reading over that list with a little bit of earthiness and stuff. Yeah, I'm like, I want to. Oh, it sounds so unappealing that I want to try it because somebody thought this would be a good idea. They tasted it, they sampled it, and they've decided to sell it. So obviously, I'm missing something, and now I'm sad that I live all the way in California, so I don't know what it is I am missing.
You're gonna have to depend on Disney food blog or somebody to try that one because I don't think there any of us would be like, we're gonna go try that.
I'm gonna have to write back in Tony because apparently Jeremiah's let me know he's not eating it.
I have some good news. This is at Tiffin's the entire month of April. we will find ourselves in Walt Disney World this month. We can go we can go try the zucchini carpaccio. and
Oh,
see if we
okay.
Wait,
enjoy it.
that's it.
I have to add it to my
Tiffins?
to-do list.
That
Yeah,
is a lot of money just to try something that you think is going to be horrible.
No, no, I
I'm
don't think
in.
it'll be horrible. First of all,
No,
check it
no.
out. It's got zucchini from the land. It's got tomatoes, pistachios, olives. Rebecca can have them. Golden raisins, feta, plant-based, molasses, and sweet potato.
There is
I am up for trying anything plant-based without the olives.
Like I say, okay, so it's a date.
wait. It's at Tiffins right now. Let's see if I can find this really quick. See how much it costs for this.
All right, let's play a game. We're going to guess how much this costs.
Okay.
We're going to treat it like an appetizer, but I'm guessing it's an entree.
Well, once
There's
Jeremiah lets us know, it feels like a appetizer.
Oh, it feels like an appetizer to you?
Yep.
I guess so. We'll find out in a moment. You play along out there in the comments too. How much is the zucchini carpaccio? Remember, it's plant-based. Even the feta's not real. Yeah, if Mac tries the thing, gets a real budget, we can give that a shot.
Well, I thought I was going to have to do that because
we're going to all go together. We're going to all go together, all pitch in, and we'll all take our bites, and whoever likes it the most can finish it.
Okay, I know this may come as a surprise to no one. They haven't updated their menu with the.
Yeah, it's a little early. Might be a little early for it.
Yeah.
That is a disappointment, Jeremiah. Okay, well, what's his name right there in the comments? Gideon. Nope. Geo. I knew it started with a G. Guessed it was $25.
Yeah, we'll see, Geo. We'll have to wait because I think it's a Earth Day. It's a Earth Month, Earth Day thing, so it's not quite there yet. So we'll keep an eye out for it for you.
Geo, you hold us accountable next Monday. Make sure we bring that back up again so we can find out, because I'm really curious. And then we are going to go there when we go to Disney World later this month and try it out at Tiffin's. Okay, moving right along. Also in honor of Earth Month, we have new magic shots coming to Animal Kingdom. You know, Jeremiah is the magic shot king. Any of these strike your fancy, Jeremiah?
Oh, I love the one with Heimlich. Like that, I saw that and I was like, that had better not be an April Fool's joke because I want that.
I want a little Heimlich on my hand. So cute.
That is a very cool magic shot. However, could they not just keep a little plastic Heimlich around and avoid the whole magic? Magic seems unnecessary there. They also have a Flitty bird from Pocahontas.
Yes, Flit.
A Flitty bird?
Flit.
They have a Donkey Donk being held by the character from the movie. They have some Flyy Flies, which are really cool.
Wait,
they actually do that
is that a magic shot?
That's a magic shot.
Well, that's funny.
Yeah.
So they take the real moment and they turn it into a magic shot for you in case you didn't get it on film. That's sweet.
Yeah, and in case the line to meet giant birds is too long, just get a magic shot, and you don't have to worry for that.
Kevin actually seems small in that photo.
That's what I was thinking too. I thought the same thing. I was like, wow, Kevin seems short.
Then, if you would like to show off your acting abilities this April, act like you are cold in Florida and get one of these showing off the Forbidden Mountain. They've also got. Go ahead, Jeremy. You sound like you're about to say something.
The nice thing about these magic shots is most of them are around throughout the year. I know that the snow outside of Everest, I believe the Kevin one. I know the Donkey Donk, which I'm just going to call it that from now on. That has actually moved between parks over the past year or so. So
there are 4 new ones. So I will show you the one that we just saw, I believe, or one of the new ones, and then here are the other 3. We have the Flitty Flit with the Pocahontas feathers, Miko.
Wait, I think those are leaves from the colors of the wind. I don't think those are feathers.
That's what I meant. I don't know why I said feathers.
Okay.
So there are no Pocahontas feathers. There are Pocahontas leaves.
Okay, just checking.
And then here, let me zoom in on this.
Miko and Flit.
We've got Miko here. Mm-hmm. And then what is this? Oh, it's a little potted tree of. Why don't they sell this? Why don't they sell a potted tree of life you can take home?
Because it'd be just a bunch of plastic, which doesn't seem very good for the environment.
They can't grow a tree that looks like this?
They sell a lot of those that you can grow your own little
Bonsai,
trees.
like a bonsai tree.
Yeah, but I mean, how hard can it be to make a tree look exactly like you want it to look? It's not like it's a living thing. They should make one that looks just like the tree of life. I think that'd be cool. I learned a very interesting fact yesterday. Would you like to hear it, Jeremiah?
Sure.
The number of organisms on the earth right now, I mean, plants, animals, microscopic everything, the total number of organisms is estimated to be about 1 times 10 to the 30th power number of organisms, which is just an incredibly large number. You know, a billion is 10 to the 9th, and this is 10 to the 30th. It's an incredibly large number. The number of shuffles in a standard deck of cards dwarfs that number. It's eons bigger than that. Eons. Got it right, Gio. That's what I'm here for. Thank you. All right, moving right along. You guys
By
with me
the
today?
way, you know what I learned yesterday?
Doobie has way too much time on his hands.
I learned that Steve Martin has an authentic Disneyland prop hanging in his house. That's what I learned. By the way, if you have not seen it, it's on Apple Plus. It's a 2-part documentary on Steve Martin. It's well done. It is so entertaining, so interesting, but his passion for his time period at Disneyland is clearly demonstrated. It begins with a little bit of that, and then in that second part, he shares that he has the Merlin's Magic Shop sign, which was hung in front of his first job there at Disneyland.
That's really cool.
Yeah, but I just found it interesting. Periodically throughout it, as they were going through his career, you could see his Disneyland roots kind of pop back up, you know, here and there. Some of those experiences, the fact that he kind of studied under Wally Bogue, who was in Pecos Bill, the Pecos Bill show there
Golden
at
Horseshoe.
Golden Horseshoe. I can't remember the name of the show. I was really
let her work on it, Jeremiah. Don't give it away.
No, I was appreciating she brought it back to the tree talk. You know, the roots and everything. It was
Yep,
all
that's
about
me.
this is Earth Month. We're talking about trees.
Yep.
Plastic or real.
Yep.
Speaking of trees, that is an excellent documentary. I do recommend you go check it out.
Trees?
A slight Steve Martin or Martin Short fan. Martin Short's in the second half quite a bit. But speaking of trees,
the kindest things I know. They do not harm. They simply grow.
Look at my segue.
Are you writing one? I don't see
I am Groot.
That's a great segue. So I am Groot, the character from that MCU thing.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that one is coming to Small World in Tokyo in 2025, winter 2025, for a limited time. Jeremiah, why do you do this?
So adorable.
Well, it's actually all the MCU is going to be taking over It's a Small World. I know that everybody jumped on the Groot because that's what the publicity said, but as you can see from the boat, they have the Incredible Hulk, and they have Gamora, Star-Lord, Groot, and Black Panther. I actually had an opportunity to talk with somebody who is involved in this, and a direct quote from that person: "This is the cutest thing I have ever worked on."
Aww. I was
Wow.
telling somebody that even if this never makes it to the States, boy, do I hope the merchandise does, because it looks so cute.
Does it? It
Oh,
does.
it's so cute.
So presumably this will just be like integrated in, kind of like the Disney characters are in Disneyland.
I don't know.
And it's a temporary. It's
Yeah.
it's a temporary thing. So
It's a holiday overlay for Marvel Month.
Yeah, sounds so fun.
You know where I bet we'll actually learn a little more about this?
Where, Doobie?
The Ultimate Disney Fan Expo, or the Disney Ultimate Fan Expo. I forget. It's not even Expo. Excuse me. The thing coming up later this year.
D23, the Ultimate Disney Fan Event.
Yeah, that one.
That's
it's coming up later
sold
this year.
out.
And
It
that
sold
is the
out
news.
so fast. I still can't get over the fact how quickly it sold out, Jeremiah.
It actually didn't sell out that fast. A lot of the problems people were having were the last one sold out faster than this one did.
No, the last one, they were still selling tickets in July to the show floor with it. It was months. It took months until I'm not talking the high-end tickets or whatever. I'm talking like across the board. Like you can no longer
Yeah.
enter the building tickets.
Did it last until July last time? Because I thought it was pretty quick.
My memory is you're still able to get like a 1 day, let me get into the convention, let me see the expo floor, yada yada kind of dynamic as late as July. But that's my
Kyle, go for it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm not 100%, but I think you're right on that.
It's not like the first year. The first year, it was like
they
were like begging people,
yeah,
right, to come and fill seats.
No, the first 3 years, or the first 3 of them were very, very long.
Okay. So Scott Guston said it took 184 days in 2022 for the expo to sell out, and now we were under a week, right? Under a week.
Yeah, which, if I'm not mistaken, is less than 184 days. Although Gio says the last one sold out quickly too. But I'm gonna go with Scott G on this one. That's because that's my personal memory as well. Historically, these things take a while to sell out. You know, the high end stuff goes fast. This obviously is different because they have the Honda Center separate. But I thought that was going to make the tickets last longer. Like those would sell out, but then just convention center only, they would just sell tons of those, and not so many people would want them. But no, everything sold out.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah,
especially since the Anaheim Convention Center, like those, there's more space because there's no Hall D23, so they have all that space to fill up with more booths, more laughing place space if we happen to be there.
But what I'm wondering is, rather than fill up that space, it'll remain empty, and since there's no presentation there, but there's no presentation there that sucks up 5,000 people at a time. Those people are going to be on the floor.
Yeah, they're expanding the entire floor to that.
Yeah, but they have 5 stages of stuff happening too, all throughout the event.
But they've always had other stages other than the big stage.
No, the floor is going to be very crowded this year. I mean, that I see nothing else because, as Doobie was saying, Hall D23, a couple of expos ago had 2 different shows per day to bring in the people. The last one was more like one that just took up almost the entire day to fill up the people, but every single body from 9 to 5 could be on the show floor at one time.
Right. I mean, they will be at presentations, as Rebecca said. They won't have the 8,000 person or the 5,000 person presentation as they have in the past. Because I mean, obviously, when you consider, say the parks event and the number of people that held, and then how long people waited in line to get into it, those were people not walking the show floor. Now all that's after hours, and those same people will be walking the show floor. So that's why I wonder if they are. I have no idea. I'm just wondering if they, as a result, sold fewer tickets than they have in past years.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Knowing those people aren't going to just be in line or in a big presentation.
I think it'll be very interesting to see around 4 o'clock each day on Friday and Saturday what the floor starts to look like when everybody's heading off to the Honda Center for that, because it's going to be, I think, a large group of people will just disappear. It's 12,000 they're saying is the capacity for the Honda Center for this.
For sure.
And I'm curious how that's all going to go anyway, because you have your ticket, so you don't have to queue up like you did, but know where you're sitting, so it's not like getting there earlier is going to get you a better seat. So I'm curious kind of how that goes too. How are they handling the doors? When will the doors open? When will the doors close? That kind of thing. What's the way? How's it going to be regarding bag check and all those kinds of dynamics are going to be really interesting to learn more about as we get closer.
Doors will open 2 hours before the presentation, so that's why 4 o'clock people could start getting on the buses. Something that you brought up, which is something I was going to try to say last week before my computer just completely died on me. The Honda Center is a no bag arena. So you cannot bring bags over there, not your shopping, not big purses, not backpacks. Like, I think a clutch is maybe the most. And one of the things that was talked about when I talked to some of the folks at D23, they are working to try to figure out if there's going to be like rental storage or an offsite storage around the Anaheim Convention Center for all the merchandise you purchase to store.
Wow. Right. That's just such an interesting concept of having all
But
this
they're
stuff.
thinking about that already.
And also, so
There's
I don't
also
know.
a lot of other restrictions coming. There's also a lot of other restrictions from the Honda. If you look at the Honda Center, they have a lot of restrictions. So I'm very interested to see, and hopefully Disney will give us plenty of time to, as to what will be the same and what won't be regarding Honda Center ops.
Yeah, another thing I wonder about is cell phones. I know, I don't know recently. I know in the past they did not even let you bring your cell phone into the movie presentation. Was that still the case like in 2022, Jeremiah?
No, they gave up on it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was also like there was a lot of the no streaming, and later in the day I'd hear, oh, this site was these people were streaming, these people were like that's a big problem. The Honda Center, Rebecca, to address the Honda Center, it is everything that is going to be at the Honda Center will be run by the Honda Center. Disney will have the final say so, but no, any rules that is Honda Center is going to stay Honda Center rules.
Right, but their rules can fluctuate depending on what kind of event they're hosting. So I'm interested to see kind of, which dynamic you end up, because a sporting event can be different than a concert, can be different than so I'm interested to see kind of, and there's certain ones that never change, but I'm curious when push comes to shove how everything settles out in regards to
I hope they have the rule that if Josh tomorrow shoots a puck up into the stands, you get to keep it.
I think that is a safe rule.
I want Wild Wing to fly in. Can he do that?
Josh is going to fly in.
Do you think they will, since they open the doors 2 hours early, do you think they will have pre-show entertainment in any sort of way?
That was something I asked, and they again, we're still a few months out, but they definitely will have something. I would hope that we may see like an amazing DJ out there, like they do at Star Wars Celebration, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure. I mean, if that would be cool. I think if they go too far with it, then everyone's going to feel like, oh, I didn't get in, I missed out.
Yeah.
Character greeting could be fun. I know they do that for like Disney on Ice. Yeah. You can go and meet certain characters and stuff before the showtime. That could be a nice thing, a little bonus, a way to kind of filter the crowd out a little bit. So
I love the idea. Yeah, I love the idea of stuff being outside the arena, like a DJ outside the arena to kind of keep people from needing to rush the door and give them some entertainment and just let them chill for a little. Like, we've been to the World Series and it's just as much fun outside the gates as inside before the game actually starts.
That is not a bad thought. Just how much fun you can have kind of as you enter, because there's no way that many people can enter instantaneously. So you're going to be trapped, as it were, kind of in between for a bit. So yeah, if they could make that more pleasant, that would definitely be impressive.
And the trash can will make an appearance, and everyone will be happy. Okay,
that's where we saw the trash can, right? That's where it kicked off, right? Was the Honda Center?
We saw that in
Florida. No, it was Amway. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think I've only been to the Honda Center one time for that ice sport game. So this Friday, hockey, that's what it's called. This Friday kicks off, what's it called, Rebecca?
Back when Paul Correa played, I think, right? Back in those days.
That's a long title.
Timu Solani, I think, right? Back then. Okay, I'm sorry. What
kicks off? What kicks off on Friday?
Season of the Force.
Oh, you got it right. No plural. Season of the Force kicks off on Friday.
Yeah, and I'm excited because it sounds like there's going to be a little scavenger hunt as part of the fun. It's a seek and find, something involving these canisters that look like they should have come from the movie and like the series Andor. That's when I see these, I think of Andor.
Oh, okay. So, seek and find is kind of a silly name.
What?
It's so basic. Why isn't it called the
extravaganza?
Something Star Warsy, like this could be the Jar Jar, the find the Jar Jar.
Gotcha. Like, give us a name for that canister, and then you have to find it now.
Or the ice cream thing, whatever they call that thing. Just something fun. Seek and find just sounds so basic. But anyway, it starts on Friday. You get an activity card. You
But
search
it
for
lets
these.
you know what you're doing rather than some name that you're like, I don't know what this is. Seek and find, pretty clear. You're
You
seeking it
search for
and
these.
hope you find it.
You search for these. You seek them. You find them.
And then
they
you get a
reveal a
Season of the
code,
Force button.
And
you
then
receive
while
a
supplies
keepsake.
last, a redeemable item.
A keepsake. A keepsake. Limited time while supplies last. Yes.
Yeah.
So I can't find, when I was at Disneyland Paris a few years ago, they had their Season of the Force, and they had buttons that they gave hotel guests that said Season of the Force.
Oh, nice.
I see just, this is the surplus left over from Disneyland Paris, that will be your
Well,
redeemable gift.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know, Jeremiah.
So
Does this look
cynical.
familiar?
So cynical, Jeremiah. First of all, that would say Season de la Force.
I love that.
Oui.
I love that idea. It's so good. I hope
All right,
it's
back
true.
at the. So, Jeremy,
true.
Rebecca, as I said,
Yes.
you will actually be there on Friday for the kickoff of Season of the Force, right?
I'm excited. Yeah. Woohoo.
Yeah, looking forward to the whole experience.
I am. I'm looking forward to the food and the fun.
I just get Star Tours.
Yeah, Star Tours, right? We get
Star
some new
Tours.
destinations come in. I'm guessing it means some new people, because usually when you have new destinations, they throw in new people in that hologram thing. You know,
Yeah,
telling you
Ahsoka's
that
going to
you're
be part
important.
of it.
So
Ashley
yeah.
Eckstein?
No.
So I'm excited for that. Need to find I need to find some good treats. Unfortunately, most of the Season of the Force food items are pork, and I don't eat pork. So when I was looking over the menu, I was like, so Mike, the celiac, he's super limited. So I go to try new things, and this time they've gone with a pork menu that I don't eat. So
I wish we had that video, Kyle. The pickiest people in the world review food.
Well, I'll try them when I'm out later this
okay,
month.
you can do that.
Caleb, I'm so sorry you were not able to get tickets, and all the people that weren't able to get tickets. It's sad. I mean, I don't have Honda Center tickets myself. I'm going to be working our booth. By the way, we'll have a booth at the expo, at the convention center. So please come over and say hi. Get your free magnet, and we usually give away a lot of other free stuff. So please come over and say hello to us and meet. Maybe we also have like working there. So if you want to see what a travel writer actually looks like while they're working, it's very exciting. Let me tell you. You can come over. You might see Jeremiah. So come check it out. You won't want to miss it.
No, you'll see, this is what you'll see guaranteed every time. Kyle in the corner, like just stressing about the internet or something going on. Me, Mike, Rebecca is usually, other Rebecca Burbank is usually there working her rear end off also.
Yep.
And then Mike and I and like a couple other people come by and go, what's going on? Okay, we got to run now, and we'll be gone for.
Yep.
You're forgetting the contributions of Doobie and Gideon. We are the face of the booth, sitting there greeting everyone, giving away stuff.
Yes.
We
usually
give away
asking
a lot
trivia
of
questions.
That's right. We have to think of a new one. Last year we asked a tough question, but then if people missed it, we give them a second chance. And the second chance was usually, what is the name of the location, the Star Wars location you can visit at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge?
Which is not an easy one.
Not? Batu?
You can take as you found out, I'm sure that wasn't one of those ones everybody's like, yes, Batu. Oh.
We did have to go to a tertiary question sometimes, where the answer was right behind us.
Yes, Kyle, that was what I was going to say also, but I decided not to.
We did hear that a lot. Don't give it away for trivia. So I don't know. So we'll be there. We'll be having a good time. Come by, get free stuff. Let us get your picture if you're cosplaying. We love to get as many cosplayers as we can, and come see the frightening travel writer in their native habitat. Okay, moving back to the Disneyland Resort, we have Goofy's Kitchen, one of our favorite places in the world. March 28th, which has already come, through February 12th, they are doing their springtime.
What?
Did I say February?
Yep.
I don't know why. Through April 12th. No, through May 12th. Goodness. Through May 12th.
Ooh, May? I may go see them.
Yeah, springtime fun.
Doing their Goofy's Kitchen springtime buffet featuring Goofy and Clarabelle.
Woohoo!
Clarabelle making her first appearance at a Disneyland Resort restaurant, apparently. I would love to go look at some old pictures of PCH Grill and see if we see Clarabelle, but apparently not. I know we saw Mama Pluto. I think making her first and last appearance. So this is kind of cool. They're going to have poached jumbo shrimp cocktail, snow crab claw cocktail, orange saffron salmon, a carving station with prime rib, and much more. So this is a nice seafood springtime buffet.
Breakfast pizza. PB&J
And
pizza. That's what matters.
this location, Goofy's Kitchen, where it's currently at, used to be Stromboli's Italian restaurant back in the day, and that's where Rebecca and I did a whole lot of dating when we were first getting to know each other. So when you go to Goofy's Kitchen,
we ate there multiple times a week for about a year.
When you go there, you can just think that without where I'm sitting right now, the world would be almost exactly the same, but it would not have Judy and Rebecca as a couple.
Laughing place. Yeah.
Wouldn't have Laughing Place. So Jeremiah would have to be wearing his Roosevelt shirt somewhere else.
I don't think Roosevelt would have been around if not for you two getting together.
If you see Tyrone, tell him Doobie and Rebecca say hi.
Yes, please. If you see Tyrone, tell them Doobie and Rebecca say hi.
He has been working there since it was Stromboli's, and that was 25 plus years ago.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
And still there. Every time we go over,
25?
we say, well, we've been married 26.
I'm sorry. I was trying to think of when Goofy's took over.
Oh, no. Yeah. He was before Goofy's. We've known him through.
We've known him since it was Stromboli's.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he's the last one. We always go, we would still see people here and there, but I think they're all gone now except for Tyrone. We'll never leave. Next up on the agenda, the bake shop. So apparently the bake shop over at Disney Springs is opening in late 2023. Is that right, Jeremiah?
I hope not.
Late 2023 is come and gone.
And then it got pushed back to early 2024. These are the latest construction pictures. They don't look much different than the last set of construction
pictures. You kept saying the bake shop, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Typo, cake bake shop.
And that's at the boardwalk.
Oh my goodness, I'm embarrassed.
I was like, wait, cake shop at Disney Springs? What am I missing here?
Before you go on, though, let me tell you what I was thinking of, and you tell me the progress of it. Isn't there the ice cream shop? Something's going up by the movie theater at Disney Springs, right?
The summer house?
No, there's not construction across, there's no big construction going on at...
No, the last thing was the summer house across from AMC.
Maybe I just haven't been since it opened and didn't realize that's exactly where it is. Okay, moving on to the boardwalk and the cake bake shop.
Yes, this has been delayed. It was supposed to be late 2023, so Rebecca and I don't think you're completely crazy. And it was pushed, and now it is still running behind from what we know. I have heard that they are hiring employees at this point, so we're not too far away. But yeah, Mac and I were over there earlier last week to go to Flying Fish, and we got a chance to take a look at the progression of this, and it, hopefully when this is all done and complete, this will be a fun place to go visit. Maybe take some of the pressure off of Beaches and Cream, but we'll have to wait and see.
By the way, Doobie, see this map?
Yes.
Okay. See the AMC?
Yes.
See I'm guessing that's Splitsville, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
See the construction that was across the way?
Yeah, that's the construction I'm talking about. That's where Summer House is? I haven't been since Summer House opened. I'm so directly challenged.
It's like ice cream place. That's right next door. That's there.
It's funny because it wasn't until you said that whole thing. I'm like, oh wait, that must be where I hadn't put it.
Your Summer House way on the other side.
Over by Saratoga Springs.
Yeah.
I had it over by Rainforest Cafe. That's
where there used to be a giant pineapple, not SpongeBob's.
Yeah,
it's on the west
funny
side.
when you started talking about the construction and how messed up you were. I'm like, wait, I've been picturing Summer House in the wrong spot this whole time.
We've done walk and talks, Doobie, during the time when Summer House was being constructed.
You have no idea how directly challenged I am.
Oh yeah, no, you have no idea.
And for whatever reason,
lost almost every time leaving San Francisco Airport still, and we've been here 10 years.
In my head, that was not Summer House. That wasn't a full restaurant. It was like an ice cream place or a cake place or something. Probably because I was confusing it with the cake shop at Boardwalk, because that's just who I am.
No, the original place that was supposed to be there was more of like a market with different locations. Yes, but
So whatever happened to Salt and Straw? Where was that going to be?
That's still there. That's where the silver shop was.
Yeah.
This is why I shouldn't live this far away.
Yep.
They have a brunch at Summer House. I saw a vlog with a brunch sitting on the water. Man. Anyway, let's move on to the Disney treasure.
Poor Javier in the comments trying to pull a April Fool's. Good luck, Javier.
Not our first rodeo. So the Disney treasure has floated out. They had to float it out of its build area to make way for the Disney Destiny, which is being constructed at the same time. So they put out a little release showing the float out. Apparently it did float. It did not sink, so that is a good sign. That it
has
is
to make room for the Destiny, right?
And the Destiny's coming. So this, every time I read this, I just can't believe this is the case. But this ship, the Disney Treasure, has its maiden voyage on December 21st. Its maiden voyage is a Christmas voyage. That is just mind-blowing.
How pretty is that ship? So pretty.
And then its second voyage is a New Year's voyage.
So pretty.
Pretty cool. It is very pretty. And does have Minnie on the bow. She is not a superhero, however. As you can see, she is Pirate Minnie.
Kind of.
Next one is she's a superhero.
The Minnie Mouse.
See, but it's just the upper. It's like the head and shoulders. I think it was the full
knees
torso.
and toes are on the next one.
Yeah.
And I think tomorrow on Barely Necessities, you'll probably get more of this, but I'll do a tiny preview. They have released images for some of the first line of merchandise for Lighthouse Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point, or Lookout K at Lighthouse Point. I'm honestly not sure which one it is. Sometimes, usually it's Key, I guess.
Key.
Except when it's Perfect Day at Coco K.
Coco K.
Just because it rhymes. But anyway, they released some merchandise or images for some of the merchandise that's going to be there. And this debuts this summer, I believe. Is that right, Jeremiah, when Lighthouse Point opens?
June 7th is the first day guests will be stepping foot on Lighthouse Point. Those plush are very cute. I do love those.
Sure how soon we'll have El Piers there. I have a feeling it'll be pretty soon afterwards, because that's just how we tend to do things around here.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah, pretty.
I really like that.
Let's see, were these pictures actually taken at Lighthouse Point? I don't think so.
That's really pretty, though. Now that feels like Disney Springs.
More.
Yeah.
If it were, they would show more of it.
My money's on Disney Springs right there.
Me too. Let's see, and that's more or less all we've got. Epic Universe has its what are they called? Why don't you get that real quick?
Portal.
So they gave the big thing at the beginning, and now they said there would be more medallions coming for each. What are they called? Worlds, lands, whatever they're called there.
Yeah, the portals into the different lands. Yeah.
There he is. And so this one is How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk. And you can get a look at it there. And I believe we have the entire Tour de Isel. Yep, there it is.
And then
you put the medallion in. That thing is so heavy. So heavy. So you put it in the Chronos.
In the Chronos. Ta-da!
Epic Universe is closer. Next year's going to be a huge year between Destiny. Treasure is still very brand new next year. And then Epic Universe. It's going to be a.
Thank you for doing one end to the other and then Epic right in the middle.
And then who knows what's going to be announced. Hopefully we'll get some opening dates for some projects we think might be underway coming at the Fan Expo. So 25 is going to be a pretty exciting year.
Have you looked at the details of this Isle of Berk, by the way, Doobie? Have you had a chance to do that yet?
That land is amazing.
Yeah, honestly, the thing I'm most excited about in many ways, though, is this live show that's already overseas. It's this live show with dragons and stuff, and then they seem to fly out over the audience. Just a beautiful. I forget. Was it Toothless? Is that the name of the
Yes.
the dragon?
If you're wanting to get a preview of that, our friends TDR Explorer, he posted a video when he was there in Beijing, and I've talked to people that have seen it in person, and they say it's one of the most impressive shows. But the
Yeah.
Isle of Berk, like for a land, like, and I've made this statement a few times. I have been very hesitant on Epic just because with IOA it was like, ooh, this is gonna be amazing, and then it was amazing, and then you kind of like, okay, nothing happened. This land alone made me more excited for this park than I have been for a lot of things. They have a coaster that goes around the entire land. They have the show. They have, meeting Toothless and all the other dragons. Plus
This
this,
multi-leveled play area for the kids.
yeah,
That's amazing.
there's a Viking boat water attraction,
It's
and then there's
this sounds like an interactive water attraction. So it sounds like those rides where you're trying to get points and against the other people on it, but somehow water is involved.
yeah, you'll end up getting squirted a lot. But then they have the weirdest pendulum swinging Viking thing that if there's ever a ride that I will say I'm not going to go on, it could be that one.
Yeah.
So Jeremiah,
yes.
Of the things that you know are coming in the entire realm of theme parks around the world, is Epic Universe the single thing you're most excited about?
For 2025, yes.
No, even beyond, just stuff that you know is coming.
Stuff that's been announced that we know is that they've announced
even if you don't
as
know it,
coming.
yeah. Even if you don't have a date.
Not beyond Thunder Mountain, which
no.
is like.
No, I'm really looking forward to Fantasy Springs at Tokyo. That entire area sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I think Epic, if the Universal Monsters area of Epic even comes close to the scope that we just saw for the Isle of Berk, I will move in that area. Like that'll just be my home. We don't know what is coming, but we know that there is going to be a coaster and a dark ride. So, hopefully there's a show in there. We're going off a lot of the early information that we received via rumors, but we've seen some testing thanks to a helicopter or 50 flying over. So yeah, I think the Universal Monsters area of Epic will be the show stealer.
And is it Theme Park Stop that seems to be the kind of the leading edge of the Epic universe? Am I getting that correct?
Bayou Reconstruct is the one who's always flying over.
I know the aerials are, but I want to say that Theme Park Stop it tends to be like the journo that is ahead of the story. I don't tend to do the whole obsess over it as it develops, so I'm not as I know they're out there. I apologize if I'm not getting that name right, but I feel like that's the one that I've seen kind of pop up in my feed every now and again, and other people referencing as well.
Yeah,
so
a lot of people are jumping on that.
On being on the cutting edge of the Epic Universe news.
Thank you, Gio.
Thank you.
Gio. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It is Them Park Stop is the big one. Yeah. Them Park Stop. You were close.
Radioactive ants.
I watch that movie about once every other year.
I know you do. That's why I can reference it. Because I don't know if you know this, but we're married. I often have to suffer through whatever it is that you watch every other year.
Wow, what I just heard is we're married. I often have to suffer.
That was exactly what she said, Doobie. It doesn't matter what words came after it. That was, I often have to suffer through, which is still suffering with you. I mean, how often do you watch Uncle Buck's Cabin? Like, is that
every time I go on the Universal Tram Tour?
I am incredibly grateful for streaming services because it really does give me the freedom to say no. We have something else we can watch. We have certain favorites that for a while there, man. Woo! They were on a lot.
Yeah, I watched today. I feel like I watched today something I've seen before, but I can't.
The Temptations.
I love the Temptations movie, the Jacksons. Yeah.
Okay,
no, that's the Jackson
Gio,
5.
Bring up Gio's comment because this made me so happy. I know Jeremiah is heading over to get some footage of it, but Jeremiah, I learned prior to the show, you've already seen this.
Yes. Yeah, there was a DVC event last year, and these folks were one of the attractions over by Mission Space, and it was really neat. it's an acrobatic entertainment that's going into the Celebration Gardens area.
Yeah.
So yeah, tomorrow we'll probably have photos of that. I know
I
that
like Epcot being weird.
I'm sorry, Magic Kingdom's getting smelliphants at some point. So really, what's weirder? Um,
That's the thing I'm most looking forward to in the world of theme parks.
Smellifids.
Yeah.
I'm so curious. Can't wait.
no,
I think
that's
they're still trying to figure it out. That's why it's taking so long.
they took out the curious area of Universal. That's where we're getting more of a
Aw, the ball factory.
Hey, before I let you go, Jeremiah, E.T., thumbs up or thumbs down? The ride.
movie or ride.
Ride.
I love it because it's a classic dark ride. If I never have to go on it again in my life, I would not be upset. I worked that attraction.
You did?
Yes. I was also a supervisor for that attraction. And at Universal Hollywood back in the day, the supervisor had to be in the control room at all times. I learned that I can hold my restroom breaks for a very long time, and I can hear E.T. saying goodbye to everybody's name right behind me.
Oh, my. If you worked E.T., if I gave you my name, Doobie, would you type that in?
It wouldn't come up.
It would not come up?
So here's one of the things, like, ooh, behind the scenes. When they type in your name, they usually will put in the first 3 or 4 names, and then it eliminates everything else. But yes.
There is a list of names E.T. says. He won't
Yeah.
just say whatever's typed in. It's all pre-recorded.
Yes.
I thought it was like just a voice synthesizer saying whatever name came in there.
No.
Wow.
No, they had I don't remember what it was when I worked there, but I know they expanded the database a few times. I will tell you the longest name that used to be in there was Wakabayashi. And if you say your name is Wakabayashi, E.T. will say, goodbye, Wakabayashi. And by that time, your bike is already all the way around the front.
Make sure you join us next week as we go further into Jeremiah talks about working at Universal. That's a fun
Gio,
game.
you may want to go seek help for whatever you're addicted to, my friend. Just 12 steps. Admitting you have a problem.
Oh, Jeremiah.
Gio says he just called him friend. To which Gio responds, "I'm not your friend, pal." Okay.
Yes. If you say your
up?
name is Jeffrey, Gio, he would say Jeffrey, but he does not have Gio.
He would say Jeffrey with a J, and that's not what it is. All right, yeah, we're wrapping up.
Jeffrey
so
as we wrap up, can I ask you a question, Doobie?
Absolutely.
So you and I both had challenging work days, which usually meant that we didn't want to be home for dinner. We'd go to dinner. If we were at Disney World, if we were in Orlando right now, where would we be seeking a dining reservation? Where would we be looking to eat tonight? And we're late diners, so we didn't tend to have trouble finding a table.
I believe we'd be going to Tiffin's to get some zucchini.
You can't have a late meal at Tiffin's.
That's a good point. I don't know, man. I mean, our go-to is always Beaches and Cream. That's never a bad place. But I feel like
Beaches and Cream is a little tougher now, though, because you can't walk up. Remember, we used to always just walk up and wait. Now
I am picturing myself being in Florida right now.
Okay, picture yourself.
I want to go Lou Mangello, WW Radio. Where are you going, Jeremiah?
We lost Jeremiah. He dropped out. Apparently, he could only talk for an hour. Yeah.
WW Radio has their show this week is a broadcast from Port Orleans and the top 10 things. Him and Becky talking about Port Orleans. I want to go to boat rides tonight. We haven't been in a while.
Boat rides.
I want to go.
We haven't been to boat rides in a while. Okay, wait. So let me pull up a menu real quick because we haven't been to boat rides in a while. So this is Doobie and Rebecca pretend that they're going to boat rides. So let's see. Let's look at the menu. Let me see. What would I get if we're going to boat rides?
Jeremiah just lost power.
Oh, no way. That's terrible.
I was going to laugh if he had to go to the bathroom.
Ooh, they have a French soup. You could start with a French soup. They have pimento cheese fritters. These are their appetizers. Moving on to entrees, they have that you would eat. I'm going to offer you what you would eat. I'm not going to read you the shrimp and grits and all that stuff you don't eat. They have fried okra.
Mm-hmm.
They have a praline bourbon bread pudding. That sounds like.
Oh yes, I know what I'm getting for dessert. I love bread pudding so much, and that's the only way I like alcohol is in bread pudding.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of their stuff is very meat heavy. They don't have I'm looking over here. I don't see like a vegetarian oh wait, here we go. It's red beans and rice. It's with a plant-based sausage with
Oh
peppers
yes,
and onions and celery, and it's got cornbread. That sounds good.
I like that very much.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I'm leaning towards, since I don't eat pork or shellfish, I'm leaning towards this prime rib here. Maybe the chicken breast with. Oh, they have house-made pickles. Oh yeah, you know we
Oh, I
like
know
the
you love those.
house-made pickles. Okay,
Oh man. Oh, I am so sad we are not there.
yeah,
Those boat rides right there.
yeah, and then we could go enjoy um the musical stylings of Yeehaw Bob.
You know, what's funny is when I mentioned boat rides, I was actually thinking about the fact that when you're eating a boat ride, if he's playing, you can
Hmm.
very clearly hear that as
Nicely
well.
spills
So
over the joy
yeah,
and fun. Oh
that
yeah.
was great. All right, fine. Instead, I'm
I
going to
was
the
gonna
gym.
ask you to maybe stop by Panda Express on the way home. I'm in the mood
Okay,
for that, you know. So
I can certainly do that. Whoops, that was a mistake. Where I'm trying to get rid of this. I don't know how that works. Okay. Um,
poor Jeremiah. Oh,
tomorrow.
by the way, Gio says he'd be going to the food court for the gumbo or the jambalaya. If he was at Walt Disney World, he may be hitting up Steakhouse 71. I like that place for.
Wow.
I like that place.
Talk about the between the food court and Steakhouse 71. Dang, girl. I mean, Gio, that's quite a range you got going in there.
apparently, budget wasn't part of the part of the discussion. We're just gonna what I'm in the mood for. It might be the $50 chicken over here or the 25 over there. Who knows?
Kyle sent me a video. I'm going to try to.
Okay. Okay. I love talking Disney World food. I got to do that last week on Vacation Insights on our YouTube. If you missed it, you can check it out. But okay.
Wakabayashi, Wakabayashi, man. Wakabayashi, 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 Wakabayashi.
Did you get the picture? Thank you, Kyle. Wow. Who do we have to thank
That's
for
a
that
known
video?
thing. Today I learned.
Yeah, TIL. So yeah, you before we go, obviously we'll be back next Monday. But what do you got going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'll be here at 10 a.m. in the morning because we're going to be talking about when's a good time to book a Disney trip. We're going to talk to our friend Heather over at Mouseband Travel and discuss kind of the different times of year that you could book a trip at Walt Disney World or Disneyland. She's going to offer some tips and information regarding those choices as you consider your vacation travel. And then at 4 o'clock. Thank you. 4 o'clock Pacific. I'll be back with our site manager, another Rebecca, here at Laughing Place, Rebecca Burbank, and we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest in Disney merchandise, what you can find over at Disney Store. Loungefly stuff, probably Funko, some pins, I'm guessing. Yeah, so all kinds of Disney memorabilia and merchandise you can bring home. We'll be talking about that. Star Wars,
Awesome.
Marvel, yada yada.
And then tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, we will be doing Disney Trivia live. So make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell, select notifications. We do live shows a lot around here. And we'll see you next week back here on Disney Parks Talk. We'll have Mike Celestino. I can't believe I didn't even mention his name until now. Mike Celestino worked very hard over the past 3 days covering WonderCon for us. So he has the day off, but he should be back next week. Wow, I'm so sorry, Mike. Hopefully you're sleeping, not watching. Bye, everybody.